Hello, everybody. How we doing today? We are back here with some more D&D action. Hope you're ready for all of the fun. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. It helps us out tremendously. Again, I know not using my camera, but it is what it is. And we're back. And we have a floofy girl on stream. Hey, yo, Poofy. Hey, yo. So anyways, all of you are currently inside of this chapel in the church area that you came to hopefully get a little bit of help speaking to a beheaded individual on your person. Go ahead.
Are there any... Yeah, I was going to say, are there any guards in this open area? And they brought us linens, correct?
Yes. There's a guard outside the door, inside of the chapel. However, nobody inside. It's a very large rows and rows of pews that you all have right now.
I'll just whisper to Sterling quietly. So how long does this medicine last?
Well, well, dear, what I'm going to go take a nap, and I'm going to take the linens, and I'm going to drape it over the pew and kind of roll underneath the pew so that it's like I'm in a, like kids' fort so people can't see me. Yeah. And that's where I'll be hanging out. Tell them I'm sleeping if they come by.
Okay. So, what do we do now?
Is there,
Eat pastrami and cheese.
Is there, like, candles and things like that? Like a place to, like, for, like, offerings or things like that?
Yes, there is an offering tray. And there is sconces up towards the top of the platform where they would give ceremonies and best wishes and all that fun shit.
Okay. I'll go up there and light a candle and just take a few minutes to myself.
Alrighty. Speaking of which, I can now bring you all over to the mat. You all are here. There's a guard outside the door over here.
So, how do we ask to help speak with a head? Is there a good way to frame that?
Subtly, I think, is the best course of action.
Well, I had considered
Using...
basically being straightforward about it, but Sterling's thrown a monkey wrench into that.
You can still be straightforward. I'm just down here with my kitty cat.
Still phrasing. Anyways.
Does he do... Is this a thing he does? Does he like being a sea elf woman?
This one's new.
Should we... She said she would help us tonight, so do we whittle away the time until tonight?
I hope you all like praying.
Oh, boy. Nothing like praying to the matron of death while you're still alive.
Well, that's the one thing that's guaranteed.
True.
And death and taxes.
Actually,
have that pain?
There are ways to avoid death.
Not taxes. Even the Joker paid taxes. Let's be real here.
Well, I think if you can evade death, you have a good chance of also evading taxes. But if you evade taxes, you're not likely to evade death. In fact, it's the opposite.
Right.
The shit world we live in.
Well, I suppose we have very little choice other than to accept the hospitality of being put up here for a little while. I don't expect that we'd be able to leave and then get back in.
I might be able to, but I don't. I think we should not do that unless we have a really, really good reason.
And I can't think of one. This is our priority here.
Yep. So, let's. Anyone have some cards to pass the time?
See, I have dice.
Kai just does backflips off the wall.
Or
Yes, that is how you act inside of church.
Yeah.
I saw
I'll just.
from the depths of the Shadowfell.
I mean, I'm sure the priestess of the Raven Queen won't mind that Shadowfell influence here.
Also, not Shadowfell, Shade.
Shade influence.
Yes. So you'll throw a shady puppy at people.
Yep.
I'll just play on my harp to pass the time.
Alrighty.
anyone care for dice?
Absolutely.
Are you betting?
Absolutely.
Okay. What's the bet range per hand?
2 gold.
Depends on how much. Okay, 2 gold.
2 gold per
That's
hand.
a lot.
Okay. You're both proficient, correct?
I am.
In what?
Dice.
A dice set.
No, but I am proficient in sleight of hand.
As am I.
That's not really going to help you if you're not proficient at dice itself, unfortunately. So, Taryn, because you are a cheater, your dice are loaded.
Yep.
Let's call it at 5 hands. Let's just see how that goes. Taryn, roll 5 checks with advantage. Sneak, roll 5 intelligence checks. Taryn, you may use intelligent or dexterity.
Dexterity.
Okay.
My
Really?
intelligence isn't bad. It's
Yeah,
just-
she literally, this is her background. She cheats at dice.
she's a thief.
Give her 5 each. Hey! Okay, you lost the first one.
Nice, Snake.
Oh, come on!
You can't possibly beat the second one. You can't possibly beat the third one. Can't beat the fourth. Can't beat the fifth. So subtract 10 gold, Sneak. Taryn, add 10 gold.
Wouldn't it be 8 and 2? Because I think he got the first one.
No,
No.
he might have not 20'd, but 27 still beats a 21. It's an ability check.
She was at advantage. I didn't.
Yeah,
see
yeah, she has
Yes.
advantage on all of these because she cheats.
Sorry, I missed
Yeah.
that advantage part. Yeah.
Sneak is now sitting in the corner with the puppy.
I'm sorry, Sneak. I thought you'd heard of my reputation.
I have heard of many of your reputations.
And what's the verdict?
All of them are true and worse.
Not
Course,
wrong.
that's just how it goes, ain't it?
He splashes you a cheese. Like that, whatever. It's only money.
After about 4 hours or so, the door over on the side opens up yet again, and you do see the priestess walk inside.
Kai stopped his backflips the other way and is just meditating on the floor.
Sir, we have some simple sandwiches for you all to enjoy. She walks by and begins handing you all tiny wooden plates with sandwiches on them, and then hands you a tiny cup and pours you water, each of you.
Thank you.
Sir,
Thank you, man.
you are very welcome. What is it that you wished for me to help you with? Do you wish to... where's your
Kai snorts.
elderly friend?
They're under that blanket resting. I they don't really need to be here for this conversation, at least at the moment.
Yes, I fear there may have been some miscommunication, maybe encouraged. Our elderly sea wench is not the subject of our requirement for your skills. This is, and Sneak will reach his arm into the hole, pull out the head, and put it down. Please remain calm.
I would like all of you to give me wisdom saving throws. Including you, Sterling. You are within 30 feet of her.
Yep, and I will use my game advantage or my
Good.
inspiration.
So what?
So
Same.
I see.
I succeed.
Wisdom saving throw or just
Wisdom
straight
save. Wisdom save.
Oh,
Sneak
God.
failed. Owana just barely succeeded. Sterling failed. Kai, you said you were using your advantage?
Yes.
Succeeded.
Barely succeeded.
Yep.
Mine was the 7 up above with my other roll.
Also failed. As you hold the head out to her, she waves her hands across the room, and all of you feel her presence move into your minds. Kai and Owana, you two are the only two not dominated right now.
No need to do any of that. Where we come in peace. We need your help. This is a very complicated situation, and we would love to explain it to you fully, but we are in dire need of assistance.
She twists her fingers. Taryn, Sterling, and Kai all walk over towards the wall.
Kai is the dominant.
Kai is not?
No.
No, he succeeded.
Oh,
Owana and
24.
Kai.
Yeah, all right. Then Sterling, Sneak, and Taryn all twist around and walk to the far side of the wall facing it.
Am I
Sterling,
still-
you pop out yeah, you failed. You pop out as yourself. You come in here with a desecrated body after what we've experienced?
That's actually why we're here. It's very complicated, so please hear us out. We're here to help you, and in the process, we were assaulted by this individual, and through an unfortunate series of circumstances, they ended up dying, and we need to know what they know to help stop them. These are
Help
the same
me.
people.
Why? Who are you to come here and say you're here to help me? I know none of you.
Yeah, that's to be imagined. You're not from around here, neither are we. What's the best way to say? We're just trying to help people and improve society, and the people that this person belonged to are the same group that attacked this temple.
How
And
do you
they're-
know about the attack on the temple?
Oh, how did we learn about that? That was
Well, we were given a
Okay.
warning message. and-
Sterling, you're unable to talk while dominated.
Oh, that's right. Dang it.
Kai is just leaning against the wall, kind of enjoying the whole thing, ready to strike if need be, but not being threatening.
So I'm part of a group that helps people throughout the Menagerie Coast, and one of my associates informed me of what happened here. And during our investigation, we were assaulted and led here to continue the investigation. And we're just trying to figure out why all this is happening, who's responsible for it, and how to stop it. And this person is part of that system, and we think that with your assistance, we can speak with them.
Roll me a
Help elucidate
persuasion,
some of it.
Owana.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on, please don't roll.
Can I assist? Yeah, she's trustworthy.
Too late to assist. You had to have been role playing during the moment.
Oh.
24.
Oh, 24 is pretty
She maintains the hold on your allies, but she seems to take a step to the side over towards you.
So I don't have a good way of. This looks really bad. We're aware of that, but we
Yes,
really
it
don't
does.
have
You
any
pulled
other
out a head
recourse.
from a sack in front of the lead priestess of the Raven Queen from Vasselheim.
Yeah, I don't. It's really a really difficult thing to phrase without coming across like a psychopath. But the reason why it's just the head is because the body was really difficult to transport and it was smelling really bad. We
So
had to
you
sleep in a
beheaded
cart.
it after they already died, then?
Well, I didn't, but we were the group that did.
And your one friend, the old lady, looks at the back of Sterling, who is Sterling right now, head.
Oh yeah, he was the old lady.
And you
I
thought
think-
the smartest approach was hiding from.
I mean, we were hiding more from the guards, but I suppose so. I'm sorry.
She twists her fingers, and the three of them go over to the top area up here. And immediately pull out rope from one of their bags and start tying their arms together.
Fair.
So
Then she's going to perceive them. Okay. And she has them remove all visible weapons, symbols of
wait.
magic.
Can I ask a question for clarification?
This is not dominate person.
Okay,
This is not mass dominate person. This is her specific domain ability.
gotcha.
Sick.
So,
Um,
You said visible
yes,
weapons.
yes, she doesn't know everything. She's not omnipotent, but she's taking your visible things and having you discard them by her.
Karen
Okay.
has a
While the
Glock in
three of you
advance.
are all tied, hands tied behind one another to one another.
I'm sorry. It's just they're. So Taryn is still armed.
Oh, absolutely. But she does remove the visible weapons from Sneak, Sterling, magical focus from Sterling, and Sneak. She's a very perceptive individual.
Remove my focus. It's literally bolted to my head.
Yeah, that's going to be... Oh, no, it isn't. It's dangling from your thing. Break the chain. Done.
Rude.
Mhm.
Rude.
Hey, you guys could be a possible threat, and she's... Mm-mm.
That's fine. I have mending.
So, will you help us? We're out of other courses of action. This is our only opportunity to really get a lead to go off of, and I'm sure this would help in your task as well, since I'm sure you're here because of what happened.
She looks you over.
Is
Reggie!
it
She yells.
is it dark enough to teleport in here?
It's dim light in here, sure. Do you really want to fight this cleric?
No, I just knowing what my options are.
All right.
He's gonna do a backflip off the wall.
Yeah, look what I can do. You see that same brown leather person approach over and look around very strangely. What is going on? These individuals are giving some very brash claims that they are here to assist from a hidden organization that they are associated with.
All technically true.
Jira, what was the name that she called out?
Reggie.
Fuck.
Let me do the talking.
The
It's all you.
individual tightens gloves over his hands and then walks in to the room. Relinquish your weapons now.
I take my one dagger that's visible and I drop it.
Okay. He looks over at you, Kai.
What? We
Now.
just-
Does Kai have a weapon?
He does. He have
The
a bow
bow.
staff.
Oh.
And staves are very deadly. Have you ever been hit with one of those things? They fucking
I
hurt.
actually have.
That shit
yeah.
shatters bones. Yeah. Kai, do you
brother.
relinquish it?
Kai holds it out to his side and drops it, very perturbed.
So,
So-
Madame Charissa, these individuals are giving you these claims, and what are your thoughts? Oh, I thought that you would actually be able to discern what their thoughts are right now. Very well.
Perturbed.
He strokes a gem on his necklace, and surface level thoughts, everybody. I need to know what's on the surface of your minds, all of you, right now.
Oana's thinking how to convince them that we're here to help. She's also thinking, what are we gonna have to do if we have to run away? How do I get out of here? How do I
Sneak.
flee?
Can't hear you.
Maybe bringing the head straight out of the bag wasn't the right course of action.
If you start with the decapitated head. Sterling, surface thought.
I
Oh,
believe all my weapons are on the ground, and I'm tied up, and I think I got everything of my weapons.
All right, Kai, surface thoughts.
Sterling's a much better talker than Oana.
Okay, we're gonna fight.
Thinking, he didn't actually say it.
He evaluates through all of you. So, did all of you come here with any ill intent upon this chapel? Surface
No.
thoughts would detect through your minds. None of you are aware of what spell he cast. He just rubbed a gem. So, your surface level thoughts as players, none of you had ill intent here, and he can discern
Right.
that. Do you all have a goal in mind to stopping the individuals who hurt this for honorable reasons or personal?
Vaguely both?
Both.
I'm not entirely sure what the correct answer is.
Already. At that point, there are surface thoughts from Sterling at minimum because you're too smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surface thoughts would be that we are here to, that we have no ill intent for the temple, and we want to try to find out and help.
Let me roll insight from him. Which one of you looks to be the smartest?
Kai smiles.
Sterling, probably? Or Terran?
Deception checks from the whole party.
Oh dear.
Dude.
Word.
Oh.
Word making a deception for a seed.
This is to see how he evaluates you. He's trying to peer deeper
Oh.
into your mind.
We are all terrible people. We're so good at lying, other than
Okay.
I'm the only one who's not proficient. No, Kai's not proficient. Okay.
I do find it funny that I rolled a 1, but I got a 10.
That's great.
And just as a player, I'm actually not proficient.
Oh, well. Okay, Mr. Eloquent.
Okay. Then he is going to be targeting the one of you that rolled the lowest because he rolled very low on his insight. Oana, give me a wisdom save.
Oh,
You got this,
dear.
Alana.
Oh, great.
Wow! Holy shit, you actually failed a check.
Yeah.
Okay. He's now pushing deeper into your mind and fishing information out of it.
Okay,
This you
well,
feel. This you feel somebody is in your mind right now.
What are you doing? This is very uncomfortable.
Yes, it is, but I'm being sure that none of you are agents that would wish any harm against her or this chapel.
Can I direct my thoughts?
You can certainly try. Give me a spell attack, and you're being opposed by him.
Oh, how do I just roll a regular spell attack?
Roll one of your spells that have to attack.
Oh,
we don't want,
okay.
we don't want to mess with the damn temple.
I want to direct his thoughts to the conversation I had with M.
With M?
Yeah.
Okay. He goes there
Taryn
and
was
begins.
fucking cursing the Volstrikers the whole time.
Yep.
Oh, no, the conversation I had with M.
Okay, okay. So the one in
With the
private
bar.
before everybody else got involved.
Yeah.
All right. You've directed him in that area, but now he's going to take the information from that area of your mind, that memory segment, to be more precise. So, yeah, Terran does talk mad shit on the Volstruckers. However, he does discern that none of you have ill intent towards any of this. And during that segment, it was brought up in privacy with Sarah. The fact that you're supposed to be going after a Reginald.
Was it?
It was one of the conversations that you guys discussed. Remember with Jenna? You called
That
over the
was
mirror.
the next day.
Oh yeah, that is the next day. Let's see if he gets that deep. I'm going to give him one more spell attack. Because he's good at fishing for information. This is actually one of the things he's very good at.
I don't know if it matters. Oh, it actually doesn't. Never mind.
Yeah. No, you failed the save at this point. I'm just
I can
playing
read.
it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I was more concerned with a different thing that might come into play, but it's not into play right now.
No, it isn't. So, he fishes deeper and deeper. And then, because it is you, Oana, there's actually nothing incriminating inside of your mind. At least for him.
Yeah.
If it was anyone else in the party, yeah.
Oh, if he got into Terran's brain right now,
Or
we'd all be
Sterling.
dead.
Yeah. Kai might not have even noticed. But yeah, you feel the presence in his mind unlatches from yours, and then he just looks over at Teresa. You may relinquish your grip on them. I am keeping my eye very carefully on them as well. There is nothing of ill content from this individual towards us, our goals, and they seem to have a more personal vendetta against our would-be attackers. She looks him up and down and then relinquishes the hold on the three of you.
Can I pick up my bow now?
No, you may not.
You know, you should at least take me out to dinner first, or give me a copper.
He doesn't acknowledge the joke. So,
Of course.
all of you have personal reasons and vendetta. Your ally who was attacked by them. Your, gestures at you, Oana, associate who was followed by them. You wish to work with us. Yes?
Generally, yes.
Fine.
If your intent is to take out this group, then yes, of course.
My intent is to get to the person at the top of it and have righteous justice thrown upon them with the assistance of Madame Teresa.
I would settle for just justice, but whatever works. Still no reaction?
He has very few reactions.
It's good to know.
He pulls at his collar a little bit, and you do see a very deep scar that circulates around the base of his collarbone. And then just rubs it a little bit, kind of idly. So, I suppose that means we are all allies now. Fine. But let me make things perfectly clear. I am here as a favor to a friend to assist with a tragedy that struck their family. They called in for help. I am here to do that. None of you will matter to me or my goals. Is that clear?
No, that's pretty fair enough.
It's fairly expected, to be honest.
Good.
Who's your friend?
That is unimportant.
Oh.
Teresa goes over towards the head and holds her hand out for it. I suppose this means you need somebody to communicate with this individual then?
Correct. I will.
There's
get
the
to her.
point.
Please accept my apologies for startling you and making you feel as though there was the potential for your unsafety. That was not my intention.
I never once felt unsafe. She just looks you all over.
That's fair.
Not even a little?
She actually looks at Terran for a moment because Terran's a foreign entity to her. Not
Can't pick him out.
particularly.
Can't pick up my bow now.
I believe your weapons can be safeguarded here for the time being.
Can
I still have the
roll
fuzzy
lies?
bag and
Yep.
several knives on my
Oh,
person.
yeah, you're good. But, like, those of you that only have one weapon, you're kind of fucked. Or magic
It's okay,
focuses.
Kai.
Kai has his fist.
Oh, yeah, you're the most armed person here right now.
Do I need
Yeah.
Well,
material components for the Shadow Blade?
There are many spells that require material component. So,
I can't be unarmed.
well, I mean, that's you.
Because I don't have anything. I don't have a weapon.
Not to mention, if you ever need your book.
It's true.
No, I don't need a magical focus to summon Shadow Blade. That's good to know.
So, I would like to ask, Terran is your name, correct?
It is.
What is your gripe with the Volstruckers to begin with? You seem to have a very personal feeling around them.
I don't like people who operate without a conscience. And only on orders of someone else.
Now you may roll insight, Sterling. His facial expression does not change at all from her answer. Fair enough. However, I should warn you all that I am, in fact, a Volstrucker. However, I am on leave of absence from my organization. This is a personal favor to a friend of mine. So, for the time being, my conscience is in play, but for them, I do not care for any of you.
As I said, it's to be understood. This is business.
Teresa clears her throat. Can you all be a little less, like, aggressive right now? This is becoming very annoying. I apologize.
Yeah, I don't mean to, direct anything too quickly, but we are hoping to be able to get back to Nicodranus soon. Is there any way that you know of to extract information from this individual with them in their current state more than once, or
if you
is
wish,
that not possible?
if you wish for me to speak to the dead, that I will be able to perform tomorrow after a sleep. However, I can only do that every 30 days to the same
Okay.
individual. I assume that is what you
So-
came here for, or were you hoping that I could resurrect them? She just holds the head up by the hair.
I don't think that would be wise.
Why?
It's a head.
She just nods her head and goes, yeah, okay.
More importantly, no, we do not want this person returned to life. They went to great effort to attempt to end ours. It took some not too considerate efforts to end theirs. We're not interested in them returning to the world of the living. We just want the information contained within their flesh.
And you believe this individual is in associations with the people who attacked us, correct?
Potentially so.
Correct.
Is it potentially or correct?
We believe it to be correct, but we don't know. We were going to question them, but they expired.
She looks over at Reginald. He offers his hand for the head, takes it, and begins looking it over. It is unfortunate you did not keep the body. They usually have a subtle mark somewhere upon it that would discern something about it.
I think you would have been able to distinguish anything from the body in the state it was in.
A trained individual should be able to do such a thing. I
you
am
have-
a trained individual.
Do you have a suspicion of who this group might be?
Yes, we do. However, I would like to... Actually, I already know who you suspect they are. You are somewhat correct. They are in close association with... the name.
The Myriad?
Myriad. However, it is a cultist sector from Taldore who is in charge of this group and making them do his bidding.
Right, someone who is responsible for the current state of Taldore.
In some part, at minimum, yes. They were in close associations with Vorvik, and now they seem to be having a field day up and down the Menagerie coast for reasons I cannot easily discern.
That was our trouble as well.
Should we?
What mark
them
do
in?
they bear?
It varies on themselves in different places of the body. Depending on how close they are to the top, they have a different scarring. Sometimes underneath the lips, sometimes on the palms of the hand, other times on the nip of the neck, and once in a while, they can hide it in more less likely places for the mundane investigator to look. It is a
Yes.
large
Is
and
anything
Sterling glances over at Kai's belt area.
his pants are still on.
Hi, what are you doing in that corner?
What corner? I'm staying right here.
Well, as long as we are being associates, you should know that there was a letter on this person.
And I assume the letter is now gone.
It
It
did burst into
exploded.
flames.
He nods.
Apparently, they know that we exist, and
I think it's a bit stranger than that. They think we're in competition.
Competition for what? His eyes narrow at you.
We
that's
have
our
no
question
idea.
as well. We know as much about that as you would.
I think that's a deception check from Taryn and Iwana.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
Really? You guys?
Here,
Oh, okay.
No.
Blissful ignorance then.
I really have no idea what we would be competing for unless it
Okay.
was just
Yeah, just you're good. And
Yeah.
stop. Yeah.
Oh no, keep talking. Unless it
I
was.
mean, I don't know either, but I don't want to know yet.
unless it was putting a bullet in the back of the head of Reginald.
Roll a deception check then.
Oh,
You do have an idea, and that's what he's trying to discern. If you have an idea,
Wait, so is the idea that they want to
I'm-
kill Reggie?
that is an idea that Taryn has, which is why it's a deception check. That she said no idea.
Oh.
I am using my game advantage.
So what does it look like if he thinks she's lying, but I'm telling the truth?
That maybe you were the wrong person to peer into the mind of.
Well,
He looks at you a bit more closely, Taryn. If we are going to be working together, we do not need secrets in this endeavor. What is your idea? And why would a Myriad member believe you to be competition for them?
To perhaps find out why you're here?
He tilts his head. Me.
You have a name for yourself. I didn't know who you were in person.
Wait a second. Wait. He looks around. I am very confused.
Strange question, really quick. Do you happen to know someone who's very pale and thin and has dark hair?
Many people. I am from the Empire.
Who's pale but wears Marquesian clothing?
And with purple sash?
The purple sash does not sound familiar, but the rest of it, I mean, anybody can wear any clothing. I need
That's not
actual
true.
descriptions. I want to know. You cannot pull off khakis. Just...
Yeah, I don't look good in yellow. Yellow does not fit my skin tone.
yeah.
We learned of 3 individuals who might be involved on the cultist side of things, but we have yet to identify them. And if you've gotten any first-hand accounts of people who attacked this temple, we might be able to
Yes.
what's the word? Correlate?
The individual
them?
in charge managed to best me and used me as a bargaining chip to get what they were seeking.
What were they seeking?
First, before I answer that, as a sign of good intention, he takes 2 steps towards you, Taryn. Why are you investigating into me in particular?
Because you're a Volstrucker. It's helpful to know where you are and why you're there.
That'll be another deception check this time. He's being very interrogative.
I mean, that is the truth.
Not really, though. You're looking for him because you're supposed to kill him. Like, that's a little different than, yeah, we want to know about you. It's not.
Fuck. God
It's
damn
not-
it.
15's not bad. Did I happen to kill somebody important to one of you? He looks around the room.
Not that I'm aware. Unless you're part of the cult.
No. Cults are unbecoming.
I'm sure.
He looks around at each of you, and actually now, Sterling, he would recognize you, that you're yourself. Sterling,
Yes.
you're the individual working for Jenna Irasol right now. The
Yes.
close ally and companion of Sarah.
Yes.
Did Jenna ask you to hunt me down?
No, she said specifically that we need to look into this Colton thing that's going on. She said to not worry about you right now.
Then why does she look at me like she's ready to rip my throat out? Just points at Taryn.
Philosophical differences.
She looks most people like that.
She
Well-
looked at me like that for a year and a half once. It's not fun.
Well, he takes a step towards you, Taryn. I apologize that we may have philosophical differences, but would you be alright if we at least throw that aside so that we can help make this place a little better? I
You
don't
mean
need
that?
I don't need to be watching behind my back. And if you wish to come after me by yourself, you are more than welcome to try after I am done this mission.
You mean that you really are working to try and make this better?
He has a very dark look in his eyes. You recognize years and years of pain behind them. These individuals threaten my friend for no reason other than to desecrate the body of his nephew. I am here to do my job.
Then he would probably see that sort of like that mirror image in Taryn, and she would hold out her hand. Then we are allies in this.
Very well. He shakes your hand, immediately removes the glove, tucks it into his pocket, and pulls out a new glove.
Change of clothes, always good.
My kind of guy.
Strange habits, I swear.
You said that you think their goal was just to desecrate his funeral, but do you honestly think that was their goal?
No. Their goal was to take his body and reanimate it with magic.
Oh. And they failed, right?
No, they did not.
Oh. So the body is gone.
Yes. My previous associates who were here with me accepted the deal, my life for his body. That was dead. I am still very upset with them for that. So,
What do you think they were trying to get from him?
the best I can ascertain from the ritual were they were trying to instill him with magic while keeping his body in a constant point of stasis between life and death. If you would like me to show you the ritual downstairs, are any of you proficient practitioners of magic? Intellectually speaking.
I will
Proficient
reach
in
into-
Arcana.
I'll reach into my bag, pull out a book. I've studied it. That's a lie. I'm going to say it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, if you're holding up a tome that clearly looks like a wizard's tome, he's not going to question. Like, yeah, only wizards have that. Very well. All of you, come with me. He looks. Teresa, would you mind taking up the rear behind them? I suppose they would feel safer with my back turned to them than with their backs turned to me. And he immediately starts walking out. Teresa will gesture for all of you to walk.
Yeah, I'll follow.
So, you walk through the estate, and all of you are welcome to actually walk through the estate if you would like.
Oh, on that screen.
Out this way.
I'm placing Reggie's token on the map.
Oh, he's so handsome.
He's like, oh, now that I see his face, maybe we shouldn't kill him.
I'm already having some doubts, but, you know, mission XP.
I'll give Sneak a little nudge. Got any more of that pastrami?
So, he's walking
You-
this way.
And himself.
Enough trouble as is. She whispers to Sterling.
Reggie, would you like some pastrami?
No, thank you.
Fair enough. Then Snake will just keep eating.
All right. So, as you are walking through this estate, it is filled with wow, I just forgot. Selezos. Many of them kind of like stop and look at all you very strangely as you walk past, but Reggie just waves his hand like, hey, it's fine. He walks this way.
Sneak.
Now, it is a massive, beautiful estate that surprisingly is incredibly clean, but it is definitely absent of other worshippers or workers here. He opens up the door with a key, then has to hesitate to open up this one.
Can I try to perceive what that key looks like?
Sure, roll me a perception check. and then takes you all downstairs. Different map. It's going to take a little bit to load.
Down, 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 down.
Doo, 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 doo.
Aw.
And it's pitch black, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure.
Do we have to replace our tokens?
I do, but we're gonna do something else instead.
I can see the giant ritual circle of doom and a load of sarcophagi. It's cool as fuck. Oh.
Can you all see everything?
No,
I can't-
I
No.
can't see anything.
No.
I'm still black screen.
Thanks for that.
Well, it was cool while it lasted.
Are you being serious or are you joking right now?
No, I genuinely could see
Okay.
That's good eye.
that anymore.
I still have black screen, so I didn't know if you were like.
How's that? A little better?
Still black screen for me?
God damn, I hate this.
I don't even know where I'm at.
Here, I'll place you on the map.
Oh, I see part of it.
Oh, I see part now.
I had to minimize completely.
They
There
just
we are.
updated a bunch of things. I was trying to give you global illumination, but apparently that's no longer a thing.
Hmm.
So
Should I?
Sweet.
now you should see things.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yep, there we go. So you walk down a windy path of some storage room into a hidden chamber against the wall that seems to have been excavated more recently to reveal a pathway of dripping water and very illy handled walls, all that have temporary support beams placed against them. And once you round the corner, you do see this chamber with these sconces of floating magic, all of these 8 sarcophagi, and the glowing glyphs that seem to have simmered down without magic pulsing through them anymore.
Well, this ain't ominous or nothing.
Yes, well, this was the place that they were investigating the individual's body. Cross's nephew was in the center of this ritual, being instilled with magic from 8 individuals, 4 of which were alive, 4 of which were dead. They were filtering life from them and death from them into the body.
This is why I don't do magic.
Well, he
Yes,
was
it wasn't-
already dead when they were performing this ritual upon him.
Now, was this place made for that particular ritual? Or...
This chamber, yes. Everywhere else around this chamber is sanctified by the Raven Queen, which means whoever performed this ritual, he looks over at Teresa, must have been fairly powerful to be able to desecrate a chapel of the Raven Queen so easily. She nods. Especially with nobody noticing.
So, are we to assume that the Marquis' nephew was part of this willingly, like he had planned for this to happen following his death, or was he an unwitting participant? Participant, he was dead.
That
So, I
we
don't know.
are completely unsure of. There is a suspicion that I have that maybe at some point he was corrupted by these individuals. He reaches into a pouch behind his jacket and pulls out a fold of letters and hands them over to you, Oana.
We will read them.
Okay. He will narrate through what they entail, and you can confirm that through an investigation check. So, they wanted him to go to the Empire and join the academics to learn and practice magic at a higher scale. Now, your benefactor, he looks around all of you, was actually the gauge to see if he was allowed to join the academy. And she turned him away the first time, but apparently, upon a 6-month visit that he went out there for, they easily discerned that he did have capabilities of magic. I've confirmed with his close relatives that he started acting strange when he left for that visit, and when he came back, he seemed more obsessive about his research, which would suggest he found something that could empower him with magic instead of working the old-fashioned way for it, with a book.
Yes, those despicable practices of not earning your magic.
I wouldn't narrate it as despicable, just not honest.
There are many ways to gain affinity for magic. But you're right, some of them are indeed nefarious and unpleasant.
Yes. So, I believe that his meeting with your Jenna to join the Sorceress Academy actually led him down a path that he made a deal with the Myriad. I have confirmation from his uncle that his uncle did dealings with a underground organization without knowing that they were Myriad in order to get his nephew the ability to use magic like an imbecile. He wanted what was best for his nephew and family. So, if any of that information leaves this room, I'm sure he will call in his last favor to have me hunt you down and kill you. Please allow his legacy to persist.
So
I don't think any of us have an issue with that.
So if I understand correctly, there was a deal that allowed this nephew to learn magic through different means than working for it. Why then are you concerned? Why do you think that it's the visit with Jenna that spurred him?
Because it was at that time when he was out there that he had a shift in his personality. It was his 6-month trip there, staying and coming back, where he came back different. And there is no written record that I could find that would discern any foul play with him or corruption. However, I have not been able to gain access into Jenna's personal quarters. Janet is quite annoying.
Well, you would understand it would be like one of us asking to go to Trent's personal quarters.
He turns to you. How do you know Trent? That's not common information. That Trent is the leader of the Volstruckers, that's not common.
Oh, I thought it was.
Well, I mean, Taryn might have.
I mean, no, I honestly, as a player, I thought
Oh,
it was.
okay,
Otherwise,
yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't have said it.
No. It's not common. Only people within that circle of politics know.
Gotcha.
Everyone
So-
else just goes, oh, the attack dogs of the Empire. That's what they're called. It's
Okay,
really Trent's attack dogs.
I'll then say
King's
it'd be
quarters.
like, yeah, the queen, like the king's quarters.
We met him.
Who did you meet?
Trent during the.
No, she didn't.
Oh,
mention
yeah,
Trent.
she retconned.
Yeah, because I, as a player, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
But
That's fine. That's
not
fine.
a-
Retcons are allowed. It's cool.
And you said there was water in here, right?
There was dripping water down the one corridor, leading into this chamber.
I
It
just
was
wanna
up
be sure
around
that,
here.
I just want to be sure that I understand. Was the deal done before he left or after?
It was done while parlaying with her about going there to have an in-person evaluation. After his first, denial to the academy.
So,
Well-
would it be unreasonable to think that since he was rejected the first time, he got upset about that, found a way to obtain magical abilities?
We know how he found the way. His uncle got him in contact with who we now know is the Myriad. I am not accusing her of giving him that found magic. I'm just simply stating all known facts and possible routes of entry.
Right, I just wanted to be sure about our timing.
Just in case it's relevant to the situation, how was it that our would-be magician met his untimely end?
On a boat, traveling from Nicodranus up here. The boat was a fake. It was supposed to be an Empire official vessel that would escort him with guards, Crown's guard. And the boat seemed to have crashed, but the Bati had foul play against it.
So,
Not gonna metagame, but do I, as a player, have an
Yeah,
idea?
yeah, you do. You
okay,
do.
thank you. Awesome.
so he crashed. He was in a boat crash.
No, they
Um,
forced his boat to crash. We later find out that either
As a cover.
no, they did it deliberately. The assumption was when he gained his power, the payment to the God damn, I keep forgetting their fucking name.
The Myriad.
The Myriad. I need to write that down real quick. 1 second. I need it in front of my face. That when he got accepted to the Sorceress Academy, the Myriad would immediately gain access into the quarters up there through him. That was a part of their deal. After his untimely demise, they refused any other type of dealing with the Marquise and said, no, you still need to pay up. We need him. So I believe that it was actually the Myriad who caused his untimely death to happen so that they may perform this ritual here.
So it was a bit of a sleight of hand.
A multi-layered scheme of sorts. They wanted him to believe they had his best interest, but that is why you do not do dealings with evil entities such as the Myriad.
This may be a bit naive, but I'm more concerned on how he gained his magic. If it could be, like you said, an item or another entity or something like that. But if it's an item,
Heyo, we're back. Sorry about everybody. Sorry. We just had a critical structure failure again. So now I'm getting pissed off that keeps happening. We're gonna have to figure out why so that we can stop it in the future. Anyways, what was he saying?
the last thing he said was that the Myriad assassinated him on the boat so that they could perform the ritual here.
Yes, that is exactly what they were doing. I'm not sure where the magic originated from. I am curious as to how we can discover this. But that is one of the things we have to do. In order to find out what happened while he was in the Empire, though, those paperwork seem to have been hidden away inside of Jenna's office.
So Jenna has the explanation as why he was rejected the first time
That is correct.
and why he got accepted the second. That might be useful to look into. What is the nephew's name?
1 moment. I'm so used to calling him nephew, I fucking forgot. Cross is the name of the Marquis.
Yeah, Marquis.
Yep.
Cross Hado.
Yep. Or sorry, Alamans is the Marquis. Cross is the nephew. Cross is the name of the nephew. Alamans is the Marquis. Sorry about the confusion.
Is there? Can I just like inspect the ritual area to see if I could? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to glean from it. Never mind.
By all means, you are welcome to. He gestures. You are the practitioner of magic here, so feel free.
Yeah, no. Looks like a ritual.
Oana,
Could
assist you in looking into this. Maybe I might be able to offer some insights to your learned mind.
You can make your own check.
By
Sneak.
all means, please.
18. What were you saying, Taryn? It's going to
I
take
was
him a
gonna
while.
say, could I also look around for more mundane, perhaps signs of what they were doing, like symbols or of who they were, or like that sort of thing? Like if there's basically crime scene investigation is what she wants to do instead of Arcana.
Sure, roll an investigation. The crime scene has been cleaned up over a very long period of time, unfortunately. There's not really anything in the way of blood splatter. There's no struggle that seems to have come down here at all. There's no disturbance in the dirt. This wall over here does seem to have a door that was like forcefully open, though. That leads to a different upstairs or up tunnel place. You're pretty far beneath the earth right now. And there appears to be another room right behind where Oana's token is right now. Inside of there does appear to be a little bit of blood, though. Dried and very old.
Do we understand what the point of entry was? Was it through that broken door over there, or?
No, that came from the people who were working for me previously. Their point of entry seems to have been months ago, modifying the memory of the head priest here, integrating themselves as servants and as priestesses here for a long period of time. They seem to have been
So
here
just-
for at least 4 months. Which
Everyone's
points
coming
me to
this
think
temple.
about premeditated for all of this.
It does smack of that, doesn't it?
Yes, that was also around the time where Cross was supposed to come home.
Mm.
Hang on, though. You say they've been doing this for at least 4 months. You bring up a point. How long ago did did this man die?
About... Oh, sorry, I said 3 or 4. It was longer than that. It was supposed to be 8 months, because 8 months ago.
Yeah, why was this funeral taking place? Am I misunderstanding? A funeral was interrupted, yes?
Yes.
Why
The
was
funeral took so long
months after the death?
because it took so long for people to know he was dead, to find his body, and then to investigate it further. Once they suspected foul play, that is when they asked me to get involved before making it public about what was happening. And we set up as many different schemes as we could to draw out potential reasons and individuals who would profit off of this, and none of them were terribly useful. However, he looks at you, Sterling, and gives like what you can assume is his version of a smirk. It's the very slightest lift of a lip. I was pleased to meet or to hear about your friend Sarah's opinion on Trent.
And Sterling's just sitting there nibbling slowly on pastrami.
Yep, yep, nervous. Give me the whole damn ham. Just
just gonna nibble and focus on this.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, Taryn, is there anything that I can figure out from the blood splatter?
Roll me a survival check. Find out.
Survival.
Can I also just ask my friend what they make of this?
Could I ask for assistance on?
From who? You have Kai or Sterling. Sneak is still investigating. Owana is still investigating as well.
You want to assist me?
Sure. There's blood splatter here, and although I could find it, I'm not sure I can make the best determination of why it was here. So.
Oh my gosh, natural one.
Well, you use
wait,
the
I get-
keyword
this is-
assist.
Yeah. 26. There we go. I forgot
That
assist.
blood splatter actually comes from a bludgeoning. Probably somebody fell down here, and when you look up, there does appear to be a trapdoor that leads upstairs that has been sealed off.
It's all right. Sterling's worse. Better than Sneak's average.
Looks like
Reg-
some bludgeoning. I just kind of point to the thing and
Yes.
And she like, Reginald,
Yes, what is it?
where is directly above us?
The greenhouse is directly above us. It's a trapdoor that they seem to have installed over the past 8 months or so.
Oh, why?
Presumably easy access.
Well, I suppose they do need the 4 dead bodies.
But yes, and for living as well. Sneak, however. Owana, with your Arcana check, I'm sorry, this is going to be very condescending. This be magic.
It do be.
It's magic that you do not get to comprehend, unfortunately.
It don't always look like it is, but sometimes it do.
It do be. Do be do. 18, however, Sneak.
Yeah, boy.
This ritual reminds you of a little something.
Oh no.
Very similar.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell me they are involved in this shit.
What is that? Sneak was your name? Sneaky?
That will do.
Okay.
I recognize this kind of magic.
Yes, necromancy.
No shit. They're trying to create something powerful with the body. Infuse it with dark magics to create some kind of vessel for a more powerful entity. Best pray that they failed. And if my experience holds this to be of a similar nature, then they also need a younger vessel. A vessel not yet born.
He looks you up and down. You have experience with this?
Intimate experience, you might say.
Well, I'm going to need all of the information you have on this. Everything you know, without any feelings being involved, please.
Fine. I am the product of a failed ritual of this nature. It requires a pregnant woman to act as the surrogate for the eventual host for the creature, for the entity that is going into this baby. And the body that they are using acts as a middleman. You put the power into the corpse transfers the power into the baby is born powerful, demon god destroys the world. The usual kind of cultist shit. My parents tried something of this nature. It went very wrong. And thus, tiefling. I didn't stick around for much longer after that. Well, it said like I had a fucking choice. Left on a fucking doorstep. Pieces of shit.
You said you're a baby?
Yes, that happens quite regularly, apparently. Babies left on doorsteps of orphanage.
Oh, I meant like, you remember being a baby?
No, I know what happened. It was... well... it's an experience you don't long forget. Imprinted into your very mind.
This is very interesting. So, you believe that they are trying to perform a similar ritual that was performed upon you, and that Cross's Bati is the current host in order to defile a child.
Host, maybe not the right word.
Conduit?
Conduit, vector. It's used the same way you would use a syringe. You fill the syringe with evil, and you use it to plunge into
Yes,
whatever
understood.
it is you need to corrupt.
Understood.
Is there any way to undo it once it's been done?
Magic needs to be dispersed into something, no matter what.
I meant,
Containing it in a place, they need to have an outlet for it, or it can be devastating. Most evocation magic is the summoning of presence and then releasing it without any containment. Just a single direction.
But, I mean, after it's already been put into the child, can it be undone?
My understanding is if it gets to that point, it's far, far too late. But I don't know much more than that, I'm afraid.
It's disconcerting.
Yes, it is. So, we need to stop them from doing that. And we need to find out exactly which type of conduit for some entity they are trying to instill with.
So, I don't mean to repeat myself if we've already covered this, so let me know if we have, but how does this relate to them summoning the sea serpent?
He looks fairly uncomfortable. I would recommend you do not worry about that. It is being handled right now.
It's only the slightest bit suspicious.
My superior is handling that situation right now. And I can assure you it was an accident. A very bad accident, but an accident nonetheless.
What kind of accident releases a mile-wide creature?
You do not understand certain people.
Well, but
He says very exhausted.
is it not related?
No, not even in the... I mean, I can't assume... he looks at you, Sneak. Were they trying to instill you with an aspect of some ancient entity that is housed inside of the ground deep beneath the surface level of Exandria? Or was it foreign?
I don't know the full details. More hellish, I think.
As far as we've been able to discern, this was actually just an accident by some very rambunctious and idiotic individuals. He immediately starts rubbing the bridge of his nose.
Your former associates?
He just keeps rubbing the bridge of his nose. Every other topic of conversation has been like, yeah, he can handle this. This is,
Well, of course, everyone just accidentally causes the massacre of dozens or hundreds of sailors. It's no big deal.
326 as of today.
Yes.
Yes, I am. I'm not saying it is not a big deal. I'm saying these two things are not related, and it is being handled right now by people who are specifically supposed to handle this type of situation.
Is that why
Well-
they're your former associates?
It is not a topic I want to discuss.
Watch the
At the
Sunday
least-
game.
Yeah. And Tuesday. All three of you are in
And
this
Tuesday,
little
yeah.
area.
Tuesday
At
and
least
Sunday.
it's
Tuesday
not-
caused it, Sunday's cleaning it up.
At least it's not something else we have to worry about right now. We have a lot on our plate, as is.
I agree. Yes. So. Scheiße. Alright.
Does Teresa have the head, or does
Oh, Teresa
Sneaker
has it.
Kai have it?
Yeah, Teresa has it.
Is she? She's here, right? She's been listening.
Oh yeah, she's down here.
Should we go ahead and, try talking to it?
She couldn't until tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And I mentioned this earlier, but can I just mentally ask my friend what they make of all of this? Because I know they have a vested interest.
Have you already communicated with them? I'm trying to remember their accent.
Yes, once, and I have no idea what the accent was either.
Okay. So we'll do a new accent. That's fine. Potentially new. Who knows? I would say that this is very fucked up.
It's the new act.
Honestly.
I just like spit all over myself.
So, by my best estimate and calculation, we should stop them from doing what they are doing. Yes?
Yeah, of course. It just feels like we're missing something. Are we being incredibly obtuse? Are we missing something obvious? It just doesn't feel like we have a full picture.
You all watch Owana's book just like opens up to a random page. Most of you, this is whatever. Those of you with a passive of 16 or higher, the book opened of its own accord. Owana didn't open it.
I can't see shit.
Yeah, and Reggie's just looking at you like, what the fuck?
Sterling notices, but he doesn't react.
Yeah.
At all.
So
Just
Terrence
keep-
just like, there's blood in this corner.
Just keep
This
picking
floor
at
is
the
made
straw.
of floor.
Yep. More pastrami. Yum. So, let's copy down everything that we know. Yes. Sneak has a fucked up childhood. Who would have guessed? These people are very, very, very bad. Who would have guessed? They're starting to defile a child, which I personally feel is not okay. That is exceptionally not all right. So, yep, find them, kill them. Seems like a plan to me. Owana, as she's been talking to you, she's been writing down all of your thoughts in the book.
Okay. Kill them or stop them?
Oh,
the question.
honey, sorry. I think I stuttered there. When you're that type of evil, it's kill.
The child isn't a willing
Oh, I'm not
participant.
speaking of the child. I'm speaking of the people doing the ritual. They die.
Oh, sure.
Okay,
sure.
good. As long as we're on the same page here. Good.
They're not the important ones.
I mean, beg to differ?
I mean, they're important in that they have to be stopped, but
Oh.
they're not the ones to care about.
Yes. Well,
Hashtag killing Sneak's parents.
Just let's go around, take turns killing our parents.
Like a
I mean-
true fantasy party. Oh, Jesus.
The best way to do a D&D game.
Cough, cough, already done. Cough, cough.
Woo, free XP.
Oh, jeez.
Level 2.
Sorry, Dad. I need to be a rogue.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Dad. This is what you get for fucking with spirits.
Do you see this hair? I'm totally an anime protagonist. You gotta die. Just-
It's fine. In a few levels, I get 5th level slots, and then my Shadow Sword is 4d8 damage.
yes.
So we can go on
That's all.
So that's everything that she can convey to you about all of this, though.
Okay, I just want to get her opinion on one more thing.
Yeah.
I'd say, is this type of process, is it functional for you?
No. No, not at all. Completely different styles. First off, none of that is cool with me, honestly. I mean, yeah, no. Not my scope of magic.
I don't know. They're unpredictable. I had to ask.
Yeah, but I mean, do you want to insight her?
Oh, I could. Sure. Yeah.
All right, go for it. Roll an insight.
Let's see what this.
Also,
tell me
roll a
true.
charisma check from her. I'll discern what the bonus is.
Okay. 1 second.
You're more than likely gonna fail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually. How do I? There's
On the
no
cover page,
option.
on the cover page of the of your character sheet, like bio and info,
Uh-huh.
you should see the link.
Here,
Click on
I'll-
that, it'll
I'll-
pop out. Here, I'll roll.
Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
Cool. Yeah. No, I have no idea.
You have no. I mean, she's probably telling you the truth. Yeah. So, shall we be off and exact some righteous vengeance? That's funny.
Sure. Let's go be righteous.
I'm terrified to find out more about your character.
She's.
With your characters.
There's absolutely nothing to worry about.
Hmm.
Taryn takes the second and kind of whispers up to Sneak, "Are you alright?"
It's the first time I've spoken that out loud. Ever.
Well, you did tell me a while back, but
Not in so much detail.
it's true. But
Eh,
it's one thing to know it exists, and another thing entirely to come across it again.
yes, I am concerned that if it's the same kind of ritual, the likelihood of it not being the same group is small, which would mean there might be some familial strife upcoming.
Well, if I'm able, I will help you put an end to it.
I think it's necessary. Feels like it's something that's weighed me down a little too long.
Well,
Would
then
be
whatever it takes, I'll help you out.
Thank you, Tam.
I understand how these things can go sour.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully we manage to put a stop to it before anyone else ends up in my situation, or the entire world is destroyed.
Right. Let's hope for that. I'm not keen on losing everything.
feels like things are just starting to come together for us. So I'm with you there. It's...
So, Teresa, are we still welcome to stay at your temple, or should we find separate lodgings?
She looks over at Reggie, who just, he nods. Well, so long as you are comfortable knowing that we are going to set up many precautions, you are all very welcome to stay there.
I'd be surprised if you didn't set up precautions, even without us there.
Yes, maybe just a few more. And Reggie nods yet again. Very well. Regardless, I will be remaining here, regardless of what it is you are all going to go do. Oh, she's so... and if you need assistance from me, this is not something that the Church of the Queen of Ravens is acceptable with. Rewriting one's destiny for a different entity is not something that we will be tolerating. So you all have the head priestess of the Queen of Ravens on your side. And I think this is probably where we're ending the session. Players, thank you for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. I hope you all had a fantastic time. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. All of that helps us out tremendously. And we'll see you around next time. Goodbye.